From the Larry King Guy studio at the Comedy Bunker, it's the Larry King Guy Show. And now, here's Larry.
We now join the following program, already in progress.
One left.
This one I think is going to be the highlight. This is from when I was 18 years old, and you can definitely hear a difference in the voice. No doubt. You can hear a different tone and a distinct lack of confidence. When I was 18, of course, graduated high school. I worked a summer doing construction for about 3 months, and then didn't do much anything for a little while. Every day I would wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning so I could listen to the Howard Stern Show. And one day I just had the thought pop into my head, why not call? So I call, and it rings, and it rings, and it rings, and I went, oh, wait a second, I should have a topic. And
Oh, wait a minute. I forgot something.
Oopsie. My other favorite show was the David Letterman show, specifically Late Night with David Letterman, which I believe he was doing at that time. And so it popped into my head, why not ask Howard, when is David Letterman finally going to be on your radio show? And so, okay, now I have a topic. So I call up, and I have to do this explanation because he was simulcast at the time in Philadelphia and in Washington, D.C. on WJFK. But they did not have the same schedule when it came to their commercials. So WJFK would end up coming back into the show a couple minutes later than they started the show back up in New York. So all I got were commercials until suddenly you hear my voice.
Your defining moment in your young life, and you didn't even record it.
Well, I couldn't. There was no opportunity. I'm recording this straight from, in a boom box, straight from the over-the-air reception.
I see.
But so I'll give you the preamble to going into it. So I call up, and finally I hear a noise, and you hear hello. And I think it's boy Gary Delabate, Baba Booey. And so I go, hey, I just wanted to talk to Howard. And he goes, this is Howard, you're on the air. I was like, oh, and I was just startled because he really did sound just like Gary on the phone. So then I asked the question, so this is an 18-year-old Larry King Guy on the Howard Stern radio show.
Live from New York, it's the WJFK Morning Show. Ladies and gentlemen, Howard Stern.
A whole weird agenda, that guy.
Yeah.
His whole trip in life is, you know, keeping a minimal amount of David Letterman out there. I guess the man of mystery.
He doesn't want to say too much, get him in trouble.
No, I don't think it's that. I just think it's sort of like everybody has their own game plan in show business.
Yeah.
So his game plan is to sort of be aloof.
Yeah.
And like embarrassed to be on anything.
Yeah.
And the only way you get him to do stuff is to really pressure him into it somehow. Like somehow NBC got him to do that Larry King special, the one that bombed. And then when he does it, you know, begrudgingly and half-heartedly. And like he did the Larry King special and did it from the set of the Letterman show.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see it. I don't think anybody did that.
You know, because I was kind of shocked to see that he was going to be on the Larry King show, which was the special that they did.
Yeah.
And he actually did it because probably some NBC guy pressured him into it, and it must have been some heavy pressure. And then what he did was he did like a satellite feed from the set of his own show, and you know, so it almost looked like a clip.
Yeah. Why don't you try and pressure him into coming on?
Why? What is he going to tell me? He's not going to tell me anything.
Yeah, that's true.
I would love to have him on. Obviously, man's a big star. I'd love to have him on, but that's not his thing.
Yeah.
I asked him, you know, I asked those guys, I can't tell you how many times I've been on that show. I asked them if I could just have a permission to use, for my TV show, permission to use one picture of me with Dave. I had a bit I wanted to do.
Yeah.
They wouldn't give it to me. I mean, it was like a whole big deal. All right, you can have the picture, but Dave can't be in the picture. And I was like, well, the bit is that I'm on the Letterman show, and I told him exactly what the bit was. It's nothing demeaning or
Could you put bars across Dave's eyes?
yeah, maybe I could do that. I mean, it was like, you know, I understand you guys want to protect his image and everything, but I'm telling you what I'm going to do, and I've been a pretty good friend to your show. You know, what about a little payback here?
Yeah.
I'm not asking you for any money or anything, but so I just, you know, and then I dropped it. I said, just forget it.
Yeah.
Just forget it. That's his, listen, he doesn't want to do shows.
Well, thanks for listening to me. And everyone loves you down here in Virginia.
Thanks.
There it is.
I can actually hear you beating it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was turgid.
Golly day. What a dynamic conversation. Yeah.
I just had the thought now, I should string together all of my responses, just one after the other. I contributed nothing.
By the third, yeah, I can literally hear you whipping it. Golly day, this is wrong.
Well, believe me, I finished.
I don't doubt that at all.
That's why I practically begged him to cut me off. I think it's called post-nut clarity. What am I doing here?
Yeah, that's
But you heard those gaps. There would be these gaps of, and it was just a couple seconds, but when you're on the phone, it's an eternity, and I'm like, I'm supposed to contribute something, and I just don't know what to say.
drawing a blank. I don't want to talk. It's disrupting my rhythm.
I was still an apprentice baiter at the time.
Yeah, okay.
Believe me, I've mastered it now.
Wow, that's embarrassing. You're brushed with greatness.
So there it is. A young Larry King guy. How about the difference in that voice?
You can't tell. All you're saying is, yeah. Well,
No, I did speak a little.
Loves you in Virginia.
And that's the thing. When I was speaking, when I actually said something, you can't hear it because they didn't come back from break in time. I did ask the question.
Well, they were doing you a favor.
Yeah. So when you've been on the Howard Stern Show,
all of a sudden, you sound like you're underwater.
It's a lot of jizz.
Oh, let me wipe off the phone. I'm sorry.
We had to replace that receiver.
How long did it take you to get on there?
Not long at all.
Oh,
not long at all.
Must have been a slow day.
The first time I called, it rang and rang and rang, and then I was like, oh, I should really have a topic, so I hung up. And then I called back once I had a topic, and I got straight through.
Wow.
But that's the thing I've always heard about radio shows. No matter how popular they are, only like 1% of people actually ever call.
I think back then he would have been the exception to that.
I don't know. I got straight through.
Yeah, that was just dumb luck.
Either way.
I don't know how that Marianne from Brooklyn gets on there every day.
Well, she probably has a special phone number.
Probably.
But, damn it. I had a thought. You fucked it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you just talk slower?
Did you hear the confidence?
Why don't you have him on your show? Even Robin chimed in to try to help you.
Yeah, well, I was cupping my balls.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Don't forget the doodads. And did you like the nervous laughter too? Totally inappropriate. I mean, for anything. No idea what to do.
Maybe you should have him on your show.
I was waiting for me to say it puts the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
It's okay. You don't have to wear pants. Get comfortable. Just be natural. We're all friends here. Come on in. The water's warm.
Getting way creepier than I intended.
Yeah. I was inspired. Go ahead. Take off your shoes. My, you have really masculine feet.
All right. This is getting a little too deep. I think you're enjoying it a little more than I did. That was on a cassette tape in an Yngwie Malmsteen cassette tape box.
Oh, wow.
For decades.
Yngwie Malmsteen.
Yeah, I don't even know one song by the guy, but there was the cassette box there, and it had nothing in it, and I went, okay, this is now for Howard Stern. All right, so there we are, my brush with greatness.
Wow, fantastic.
18-year-old Larry King guy.
Yeah. He doesn't want to say too much, get him in trouble. Yeah.
So his
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
uh-huh. Oh, yeah, I didn't see it. I don't think anybody did it. Yeah. Yeah. Why don't you try and pressure him into coming on? Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
the bit is...
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thanks for listening to me. And everyone loves you down here in Virginia.
Thanks.
The Larry King Guy Show, a presentation of the Comedy Bunker Podcast Network. Search online and on social media @Larry King Guy for more fun.